Okay, to quote the line from Cool Hand Luke, what we have here is a failure to communicate. So I purchased these little key fobs. I got two of them, but I purchased these off eBay, assuming that my 4Runner had keyless entry, because when I put the key in and operate it, the door actuators go up and down. Oh, and if you're just tuning in, we're in the process of sun drying the interior. So the first thing I did after I got I'll get to all this in a second, but the first thing I did when I got my shiny new aftermarket key fobs was to try to go and do the programming sequence. And that's the deal where, you put the key in, you open the door, you work the actuator, locks 5 times, you close the door, you work the actuator, locks 5 times, you put the key in, turn it a couple of times, and then you're supposed to be able to program your remotes. Okay, that's all great. And I tried that a few times and I could not get it into programming mode. Now, I've done this before. I did it on an Lexus ES300 that you guys may have seen previously on the channel. I can't remember if I had any videos of that. But so I have programmed remotes before, and I thought for sure my 2000 4Runner here had keyless entry. It is the base model, and in pulling up the old history of the 4Runners, it kind of looks like there was a break between 96, 97, 98 on how they handled some of these alarm system remote control keyless entry things, and 99 on. So I'm still a little foggy on it myself. But in looking in the manual, this manual here specifically, actually, and I can kind of show it, in looking in the manual on page 20, and if you're going to do any amount of electrical work on your Toyotas, I highly recommend these manuals. This particular one is the factory 2000 electrical wiring diagram. It's absolutely indispensable for when you're working on cars. So you can see on the 4Runner, there is such a thing, at least on the 2000, known as the backdoor ECU. And if you dig around in here and you get to the section, let me see if I can kind of find it real quick here. If you get to the section, I think it was 122 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's the power window. But if you get to the section that talks about the door lock controls, you kind of have this affair here, and then you go a little further and you have, if I recall correctly, you have the keyless, the wireless door controls. And so if you look at this, you can see the body ECU, connector B16 and B17, it continues on over here, and then it talks about the backdoor ECU, which is connector B18. Now, in the older style electrical manuals, they put all the connectors at the end of each section. In this one, they put it way somewhere else here, which I'm not really super thrilled with how Toyota did this, because it makes it terrifically difficult to get all the information at once. Let me see if I can kind of find it here. So then they've got this K section now, which is kind of shows everything. It is nice when you know what connector you're looking for. It's not so nice when you're trying to figure out what connectors are on the car. In any event, the B18 connector is right here. It's a 26-pin connector that goes to the back door ECU. And it lives here kind of in the back door, and you see I've got the panel removed. And by the way, if anyone's trying to remove the rear panel, there's a couple things you want to know. This little strap is held on with a 10 millimeter bolt that goes through, and that secures this big panel in. Around the edge, you have these kind of standard Toyota little clippy affairs that slide in, and then they punch into the sheet metal. At the top, once you get all these guys disconnected, and this at the top, you just kind of push that up without pulling, you know, this too far out. You want it kind of to do a straight shot up. And to get these outer clips, and I'll put a link to, if I still have it, to the ones in eBay, but you can buy a whole kit of these body pry panels, and they're absolutely terrific. They're a real nice plastic, and you just kind of get in under there and work your way along. Now, the reason I took the panel off, in addition to just general cleaning, is because I wanted to see what do we have plugged in here to B18. Now this is B18 for sure, because you can see blue on pin number 1, yellow on pin number 3, and that coincides with what they show, you know, down here in the manual. So I know that this is B18, and I would expect this to be the backdoor, you know, control ECU, but it doesn't appear to be that. From what I can see here, they just call it a relay assembly power window. So I guess this might be what Toyota puts in when you don't have the keyless entry, okay? Now, to further confirm, and this video would be helpful for people who are attempting to confirm whether their 4Runner came with keyless entry. Another way to confirm whether or not you have it is, and I'm speaking specific here now to the 3RZFE four-cylinder version of the 4Runner, and mine is, again, is a 2000. I'm speaking specifically to my 4Runner here, but if you've been subscribed to the channel for any length of time, and I know you have been, and if you haven't, then like the guys like to say, smash that what do they say? Smash something. Smash the like button. No, that's not it. Smash the subscribe button. Just get a hammer, smash something. I don't know. But if you've been subscribed to the channel for any length of time, you know that when I power washed the engine compartment, I discovered that a little mouse had chewed up some wires right here. At first I was a little concerned that might be why the 4Runner wasn't starting, but when I cut them back, or when I took a look, the plugs didn't go anywhere. And I'll show one of the plugs in a second here. And what that plug actually is for is when you have keyless entry, and this is how you can kind of figure it out. When you have keyless entry, there's something around here, a little buzzer, which I guess is what beeps or buzzes when you use the keyless entry, which I don't have. Let me show you in the manual here where that is. That's this connector K4 keyless buzzer, and if you look closely here, the wiring color codes are pink, blue, pink, green. Well, look at what we have here. This is the K4, and I wrote this on here to remind myself what this is, in case I find it in years to come and I've gone senile. What is this? I don't know. It is the connector that would otherwise plug into your buzzer for the keyless entry, which again, I don't have. But you can see it's got the pink and green wires and the pink and blue, and the little mouse that got into my 4Runner was kind enough to go after a connector that didn't go anywhere. So thank you, little mouse, wherever you are today. You chewed up something that didn't have any material impact on the functioning of my car, because I don't have keyless entry. So these aren't going to cut it. The company I got them from, I will put the link to the eBay item where I got these for people who do have keyless entry, because this company has been very helpful, and their follow-up was very nice over eBay, so I really appreciate that. I'll put a link to where I get my little body panel stuff, but you can find them around. And so that's kind of confirm, that's how you can confirm whether or not your 4Runner has keyless entry, at least on the 2000 model year. And I guess this is what you get when you don't spring for the keyless entry option when you spec out your 4Runner. And this is the base model. I think the keyless entry was an option on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think under normal circumstances you had to get the limited package to get the keyless entry kind of, you know, included with the standard stuff. I actually have it's buried under some boxes, but I actually have the original brochure from 2000 factory brochure. You know what? I'll edit this video a little bit. Let me go get that and we'll take a look at it. Okay, I ran inside and grabbed my original factory brochure. So this is what the dealership would probably hand out to you if you were shopping in 2000 for a 4Runner. So we can thumb through. It's kind of interesting to see, you know, what they were doing with their marketing material back in the day there. I picked this up on eBay. It's yeah, it's kind of cool to see how Toyota was presenting their 4Runners. Again, mine is a 2000. This is the 2000 specific brochure. We can kind of flip through some of the material here. You can see they talk about the 5V ZFE motor. My particular motor is the 3R ZFE, which I personally prefer. It comes on the base model, which is what I have. But if we get back into the end of the brochure where it talks about the different packages, and you can kind of see, they show the different colors and so forth available. And you can kind of see these are the different trims that you have. So you have up on top here, you got the base model, and then you've got the SR5 trim here. And then kind of the full version is known as the limited. So to get the 3R ZFE motor that I wanted, I had to go with the base model. And I also wanted two-wheel drive. So if we flip to this page, you can kind of see here the way they've got them outfitted and the different optional packages. This is base, SR5 limited here as we go down the line. Same over here. I'll try to kind of catch this for anyone who's curious. But it's nice to see kind of how Toyota showed everything. And you can see the difference in power. The 3R ZFE 2.7 liter gives you 150 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs, while the 5VZ V6 gives you 183. So 33 additional horsepower, which is nice, but for me, I just was looking for the two-wheel base with an automatic transmission. And with regard to the keyless entry, if you pull up your specs over at Toyota, and I'll put some information in the description of the video and the links on how to do that. You can download not only the factory owner's manuals, but you can also download the original specification sheet for your specific vehicle based on your VIN number. Okay, so you can see this is the specification sheet for my particular 4Runner, and you can obtain these for your vehicle by going to Toyota.com, I believe it is. I'll put the link in the description and a little write-up on how to do it. But set up an account with Toyota, and then you go in there, and there's a VIN number decode option. And if you go in there and type in your VIN number, it'll show you the specifications like what I have shown here, and you can download into a PDF file. So this is my 2004 Runner base model black. And you can see down here, port or factory installed equipment. So you can see that they had the C7 convenience package installed at the port. I'm not sure what that is. They had the running boards, Chrome installed at the port. And then they had the upgrade value package number 1. I guess that was at the factory, and then the privacy glass. So I really wanted to make sure my car had the privacy glass from the factory. And this one here is the one that I showed in the brochure. But this is a pretty handy little thing to have around if you've got a 4Runner and you want to keep all your records and stuff together. So again, you can just go to Toyota and type in your VIN number, and it'll tell you all about it. As I say, I'll put a description kind of how to do that, what link to use, but it's super handy. And on mine, I have extra value package number 1, which came from the factory. And so that shows you, have power windows, door locks, cruise control, tilt wheel, intermittent wiper. Now it shows I have an overhead console with garage door opener, but I don't have that hooked up right now. And mine was kind of missing some pieces, so I have to do a little bit of retrofitting there perhaps. You can also see I'm in the process of cleaning the headliner over here. I've been doing some spot cleaning just to see how it'll go. This particular 4Runner, of course, 26-year-old vehicle, but I guess it was used for camping and what have you, and a lot of dirt got up on the headliner here, as you can see. I suspect they had some kids in the back who had a propensity to drawing on the headliner, because there was a little bit of artwork included free of charge on this particular vehicle. But I'm in the process of cleaning the headliner. You can see I'm just using this kind of this cleaner is real good, by the way. I use this all the time. It's cleaner degreaser Arm & Hammer Essentials. It's not sold in the stores anymore, but you can oftentimes find it on eBay. It's a really great cleaner for things like your brake dust, just all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking for a good organic cleaner that works amazing, that's one to consider. Back to the keyless entry stuff. So you can see that on value package number 1, which is what I have, there ain't no keyless entry. On value package number 2, which I don't have, that's where you get into the keyless entry stuff with the remote controls, SR5 or limited. So that kind of answers the question of, do I or don't I have keyless entry? And the answer is I don't, because it's the base model, and on the base model they just figure, I guess that's too ritzy for us base model drivers. So no keyless entry. I do have the key fobs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can retrofit it myself by swapping this out. I just have to figure out the part number, and maybe I can plug it in and then plug in some other stuff. And then I believe I might have to get into the ECU area up there, but I'm not 100% sure. So that kind of is the whole story from what I can see. For anyone who's trying to figure out on their 4Runner, do I have keyless entry and I just can't program my remote controls, or am I attempting to program my remote controls and I don't have keyless entry system on the car? Maybe this will answer some questions. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to use the comment section below. I try to reply to everybody within 24 hours generally. Thanks for watching.